Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back to film a very late June budget video. Now this is not my usual, well this is my usual setup, but I usually have a different style of video going on for my budget videos, and I've been doing that for a while. I love the whole, like, half of the screen of it being my planner and then the other half of the screen being my face, because I get to be a little bit more interactive and you guys get to see me, and I just feel like it's a lot more personal when it is like that. But I swear I've tried to film this video like 3 different times. I've got it ready 3 different times, but something always ends up happening. Like I have to drop off my little brother at football practice, or my parents' fridge stopped working, so they had to buy another fridge, and then people had to come drop it off, which took hours, and so on and so forth. So there's just not been the time for me to sit down and film this video the way that I like to film it. But today I decided that no matter if I had time to get ready or not, I would just film this video. With that being said, I feel like my whole family is at home today, so if you hear any background noise or conversations, that's kind of that. But I really don't have time to film this any other day, and it's well into the month that I was debating whether I should upload it or not. But there are a few changes and additions to this month's budget, so I just decided to film it with you guys. Although this monthly view is empty, I have been stuffing my envelopes each paycheck and writing all of my expenses and whatnot in my cash envelope expense trackers. So I have been keeping track of my budget. I just haven't had a chance to put it all or set it up here in my budget planner, but I want to do that just because I like to have this all together for future reference for other years. I did take the time to lay down my monthly and date dot stickers here in the monthly view, which, if you guys are wondering which planner I'm using, this is the Erin Condren monthly planner, and this one actually goes all the way to July, like the end of July, and it started in July, which is a little weird. Usually it cuts off at the end of June, but if I don't end up getting my July planner, my new one, because they just released last month, I believe, which there's a change that I'm not like 100% in love with, but I guess we'll just talk about that next month or whenever I get that planner. But if I don't end up getting that planner before the month of July starts, I will just set it up in this planner and then probably have to set it up in the other planner. I will say though that at the point that I'm filming this, I am 35 weeks pregnant, so I don't know when or how I'll be filming that video, but as of now I feel good enough to film this one, so we'll just go ahead and see. I've honestly been pre-filming a bunch of like pregnancy videos, so if that's kind of what you're into, or you've been keeping up with my pregnancy, definitely stay tuned. I have a ton of videos filmed or that I'm planning to film, like a nesting video. I have a newborn haul video full of things for baby boy, my hospital bag, and even my baby shower video should be up this week. I'm trying to go back to the whole uploading 3 times a week. So yes, I'm trying to do a lot of things and catch up and leave the shop all good and running, which at the time that you're watching this video, I already have my August budget kits up, so definitely pick those up sooner rather than later. I know it's like over a month before August, but baby boy should be coming within the next 4 weeks, so definitely pick those up if you would like. I currently have a coupon code to get 15% off of those August new releases, so if you guys are interested, you can pick up August, and if you still haven't picked up July, you can go ahead and pick those up too. So I will leave a link for my shop, but it's just, as always, romina.rossa.com. I will also have a link for this monthly planner that I'm using in the description box below if you're interested in it. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be setting up my budget, my monthly budget, here on this page. I always like to set it up here. So I have my 2 stickers that I'll be using for my budget, or to set up my budget, and those are my washi and my budget kit. I have here the one that splits your expenses by variable and fixed, and I have this cute seashells foiled washi, which is on our premium matte paper. I absolutely love this color of foil. and I love the patterns as well. I mainly used it, and I'm gonna start setting this up as I'm chatting, but I mainly wanted to pick these designs for June because I wanted to use it for my baby moon, which I did. There's a lot going on outside, like construction and everything, so I do apologize about that. Then I'm going to grab my June budget script here and start. So the last time I set up a monthly budget with you guys was for the month of April. And the reason I didn't come back to set up any May spreads is because I truly had a lot going on, because we had our baby moon, and then later at the end of the month we had our baby shower. So there was a lot of baby shower prep going on that I honestly barely even had time to get any videos up. So I do apologize about that. Okay, let's zoom in because I have no clue where I left off. I feel like there was so much like background noise that I kind of had to take a break. But let's start with my income. I am doing things a little bit different. We are including all of Victor's income in here now. And although I'm not going to disclose it this very month, just because I want to see how everything else flows with the inclusion of all his income, eventually I think I will either disclose his or mine, just because I'm not working full-time on the shop as of now. I honestly knew that this day would come, especially because how far along I am in my pregnancy. So that is the main reason why I haven't been super into pushing releases or really been very vocal about them. But if you guys are interested in my stickers, I always do release them on either the first week of the month or by the second week. They should already be up. So yeah, some of you guys are really good at catching my releases. And I do appreciate those of you guys who support me no matter what, or have been supporting me for the past 4 years now. With that being said, we're going to put our first source of income, which is my shop, Romina.rossa. Then second, I'm going to put Victor. And when I do decide, or if I do decide to disclose Victor's income, it will probably be put into different paychecks because he gets paid bi-weekly. So this month, just so you guys can get an idea, he got paid on June 9th, and then he's going to get paid on June 23rd. So since we're working paycheck to paycheck rather than just 1 month at a time, we did have to change things so that we're starting our budget on the 9th of June and then ending past July. So I know that might be a little bit confusing right now, or not if you budget paycheck to paycheck, but we're going to put Victor's name there, and then I like to put a section for any variable income or other income. And those would be things like YouTube or any affiliate link, commission, or anything like that. So I do like to have a section for that. In the past, I've also sold a lot of my stuff, and I thought I would be able to sell a lot more by now, but we are still living with my parents, which that's another like conversation and another topic within itself. But we did not think that we would still be here right now, and I am working on a life update video so we can kind of chat with you guys about why that is. But I feel like that's also why I've kind of been a little bit distant from filming, because things definitely had not been going according to plan, which is totally fine. You know, nothing in life is perfect, and we've just had to readjust plenty of times now. So yes, going to start with my variable expenses here, and those are going to start with our cash envelopes. We are doing cash envelopes. I feel like that's been helping quite a bit with staying under budget, and this time I am including everything for both of us. So groceries, eating out, I'm adding his gas, whereas in the past if it's only been mine, and then we're also adding one category for him. So the first category for my cash envelopes will be groceries, and for this month we are budgeting a little bit more than we did back last month and back in April when I budgeted with you guys. So we actually bumped that up a little bit to $380, just because we are giving my mom, I believe, $40 each paycheck, as well as we're also going grocery shopping and my grandparents are here. So all in all, there's more going on. The next we have our eating out envelope, which we definitely decreased from April. I think in April we had budgeted like $600 because we thought that that would be the only month that we would be living there. So we just thought it would be easier to eat out instead of buying groceries and cooking here. Plus there was a lot of things like my mom's birthday and whatnot. So all in all, there was a lot going on, which is why we budgeted that amount. But we have decreased it this month to around $400. So that's $200 per paycheck. I don't think that's a bad thing, and we have gone out to eat with my grandparents here and there. So I think 400 is good for us right now. Next, I have gas for our cars, and for this we're budgeting $250. Usually I've been good with pumping twice at around $45 to $50, and Victor, I believe, pumps every week. So I think $250 should be good for the month for us there. Next we have household, which we had decreased quite a bit from the last time. I think we're only doing $60, which we had been doing pretty good with this last month, but then a few things kind of came our way for household, and I think this number might be we might be over this number by the end of the month, but we'll go ahead and see. I honestly just decreased it because I didn't think we would be buying a lot of household items, but since we are staying here a little bit longer, we might have to spend a little bit more for that. Then I like to have envelopes for our allowances or spending, personal spending. So for this we do $100 each, so in total this is $200. I do like to track my cash envelopes on a weekly basis, but to be honest, with the current circumstances, I honestly don't think I'll have time to come on here and weekly check in with you guys. So you guys might only be getting this budget video and like a closing one at the end, maybe a paycheck stuffing. Let me know what you would like to see, but when it comes to weekly check-in videos, I honestly don't think I will have the time, especially because I'm trying to focus on getting ready for baby's arrival. So I do apologize, but we're still budgeting and we are still tracking our expenses in our cash envelopes, and I will still do it on this planner. I just won't have time to film it. Next, we have my beauty category. For beauty, I've been budgeting $60. I actually been good with this amount because I haven't been dyeing my hair as often as I used to, but I've been getting pedicures every month, so I usually combine my beauty and my allowance together so that I'm able to do that. And that's been a relaxing kind of thing for me, especially right now that my feet are quite swollen. So that's kind of a little self-care thing that I do with that. And another category that we have here, which is new, which is for Victor, is one for haircut. I honestly have not had a haircut since I think I went to Peru like at the end of February, and I should be good. Honestly, my hair does not need trimming, I don't think, as of now. Maybe after the baby's here, but I'm good with that. So we're only budgeting $45, which is what Victor pays after tip for his haircut, and he's been getting one haircut a month and he's been good with that, he says. So that's what we're budgeting for that. Then I have my phone bill, which I am budgeting $41 for this month. And then the last category that I like to have in my variable expenses section is one for unbudgeted, for any unbudgeted expenses. And I don't necessarily budget anything for this, so I like to put 00. It's more of a placeholder just in case something does come up, then I have somewhere to write it. And I'm not sure if I'll have, I think I have just enough lines here, so I'm not even going to skip one because I'm doing something different in my totals section here. So those are all of our variable expenses, and then moving on to our fixed expenses. we have our main category, which is rent, and this is money that we give my parents for staying here with them for the time being, and we give them $250. But of course, once we move, this will be a lot higher. Then I have my car payment. Victor actually does not have a car loan, so we're just paying for my car right now. So that's $348.06 a month. Then I have car insurance. Which is $129. Next, we have our gym membership, which we used to both have a gym membership, but I canceled mine in May, so we're only paying for his since he's able to bring someone with him, and usually when we do go to the gym, we go together, so it just works out that I was able to cancel that. So his gym membership is $24.99. We have been paying for a storage unit. That is where all of my things are from my last place, and a lot of the baby items that we have that we won't be needing anytime soon is in there. And this went up because we were paying, I think, half of this in the first 2 months, but it's been more than 2 months now since we got the storage. So now we're paying $187, and I believe that is for a 10 by 10 storage unit. Next, we have our health insurance. Which we are paying $528.18, and that is for both of us. Victor's employer pays 75% of his, and so that's the other 25% plus what we are paying for me. And the last fixed expense that I have here is our sinking funds, which we are sticking with the 2 sinking funds we started with back in April. I didn't want to start any other ones right now because with the baby coming, it just honestly doesn't make sense. I think we should just regroup, come back, regroup once the baby's here and once we have a better knowledge of our routine and everything like that. So I believe I'm doing the same amount, if not a little bit more, so that's $225. And if you guys are wondering where our sinking funds are, we just have 2. We have one for gifts and one for Christmas. We just thought we would keep saving for Christmas since that's something that's important to us. And of course, you definitely don't have to have sinking funds if you would not like to, but I just think it's so nice to have the money, especially for Christmas, when you need it, instead of scrambling and trying to find or using a credit card to pay for presents or anything like that. Also, my car tags aren't due until December, so I have a pretty good time, I would say, to start that up, a sinking fund for that later this year. And obviously we would like to have like tons of sinking funds if we could at this moment, but we're mainly focusing on paying our debt and saving. So that's kind of why we don't have like that many small savings or sinking funds. So those are both of our expenses. I'm going to total these up with my favorite little calculator here. I have this link in my Amazon storefront if you guys are interested, but we have $380 for groceries, $400 for eating out, $250, $60, $200, $60, $45, and $41. So our total budgeted amount for our variable expenses is $1,436, and our amount for our fixed expenses is $48.06, $129, $24.99, $187, $528.18, and $225. That is a total of $1,692.23. So in total, our expenses equal to $3,128.23. Now, like I mentioned, I always have a totals section right at the bottom here after my expenses. And this time I'm adding one more. So in here, I like to include our income. So I have a section for me to write our expected income and our actual income at the end of the month. And then I like to subtract my variable and fixed expenses from that income. And that's usually where I would leave it at every single month, but like I mentioned, we are working towards paying off some debt. So I'm also going to include in here debt, so that we get a better understanding of the exact number we are thinking of paying towards debt and what we actually end up paying towards debt. And then whatever amount is left over, once we pay some debt, will go towards our savings, which is what I use this squared off box. So I will put that right here. So once again, we'll subtract variable fixed expenses and debt from our income, and then we'll put whatever we're saving in here. So put a little piggy there, and then I'll just decorate the rest of my spread with the deco that comes in the budget kit. And that is essentially the budget that we'll be doing. So everything's going to be combined for both of us moving forward, and I think this is going to be much better than trying to track like 2 different budgets, or actually like 4 different ones, because we also were budgeting paycheck to paycheck after this monthly budget. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and zoom out so you can go ahead and take a look at everything. But that is the setup for the month of June. Thank you guys so much for watching and being patient for me to get up another budgeting video. I will try to come back, I think, to either film cash envelope stuffings, paycheck videos. Once again, I'm not quite sure about weekly check-ins, but I will definitely come back to also close out this budget. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully next time I see you for a budget video, I am able to show my face again. Please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys!